You may know this guy behind me. This is the 2016 Mercedes-Benz CLA 250. Sorry for my attire here. I'm actually away from the desk, so I wanted to bring you this. Coming from the gym, this is a Tuesday morning. This is my alternative to having breakfast. So now I go have breakfast after working out. But I did want to bring this to you. This is a quick review of the 2016 Mercedes-Benz CLA 250. And what I'm going to bring you today is actually a snapshot of what it's like to get behind the wheel and actually prepare to drive the vehicle. You can see a lot of nice angles, but of course, not exactly what we're here for today. We're here to prepare you to drive the vehicle. And this is primarily for a lot of individuals that maybe you've thought about getting a vehicle. You've heard some quirky things about it as far as driving that you may or may not like. So before you buy, this is kind of a quick snapshot of what it feels like to get behind the wheel and prepare to drive. As we do that, now, car's already running, so the ignition's already turned over. I cheated just a bit there. But if you don't have the key, if you do have the key in your pocket, you can actually just stick your hands inside, it unlocks, and then just pull to open the door. So as we get inside, give you a quick snapshot. And of course, pardon the gym bag on the other side. As I hop in, I'm going to put you right in the cockpit. You are the pilot of this plane, and if you have seat memory set, of course, you can check that at any time. Now, this thing right behind my finger here for non-Mercedes-Benz owners, you can actually come, and that's how you control your seat. Now, this particular one doesn't have enough of the packages, or certain packages, so I can't control my headrest power, which in turn, none of the CLAs actually come with adjustable headrests. Everything is actually built as one to the seat, so you can't adjust that. So it's going to be unlike most of your Mercedes-Benz. Now, you may be able to get it in a package by now for 2016 or 2017. Not up to date quite on that, but all the CLAs I've seen, you haven't been able to adjust the seat. I can actually adjust my seat here to lay back, or move my seat forward, back, or up, or down. So I'm going to go ahead and set my seat to its position. Doors will automatically lock once you put it in drive. You've got power windows. Let's just make sure all those up because I'm going to have the air conditioner. And by the way, they are completely power or automatic, so you don't have to sit here and hold the switch. What a convenience that would be on a luxury vehicle, correct? You've got your window locks, just in case those kids are playing in the back. You've got also your side mirrors. Of course, I can press here and automatically move the mirror by simply pressing the pad. Something else I love about Mercedes is that will actually go back to a neutral position, so that you can see it's lit now. It would actually unlight itself and go back to a neutral position. I'm going to make sure my lights are in automatic mode. Just in case we get a bit of darkness, you can see it's in automatic. Otherwise, I can actually shift it over to lights on, parking lamps, and the P on the very end there. That is actually if it's foggy outside or heavy rains. That's if I'm parked on a curb, uptown, downtown, or whatsoever, I can actually leave my parking lamp on, so of course no one actually runs into the vehicle if they're walking or riding a bicycle down the sidewalk. Otherwise, I have the fog lamps here, but we're primarily going to focus on automatic position. So lights are going to come on and off automatically. Make sure my emergency brake, which is completely electronic now, I can actually take and pull. And I'm going to show you here, just to make sure it's off. If I push, park shows up. If I pull, park it goes out. And there's no parking brake here, so I can actually rest my left leg comfortably. Now, starting out, you can see I actually have low gas and warning. This vehicle will suck gas. If you go into sport mode, you will see your needle move. I've never seen that except on an older model American-made car. Now, as we do continue to go on, I'm going to press OK. So that's going to take that out. That takes it back to my basic information. Some of the things I love, that actually starts from when you take off from the vehicle, so you can actually do all your reset to keep your gas consumption, or how long it took you to get to work, or how long it took you to get to a destination. You can actually set that, and we're going to go in. We're going to do yes, and as you can see, I'm just using the pad here off to the left side. We're going to reset. And we are reset. So that's going to keep all my vital information I may want to know as I venture off to get behind the desk today. From there, I'm just going to leave it there to in digital mode, because I love to see digital mode, how fast I'm going, rather than actually relying on this, because you can be anywhere between 70 and 75. That's a difference of 71 and 73, depending on where you think you are. But of course, that actually shows you exactly where you are. When we're going there, I'm going to put my windshield wipers in automatic mode. That's just flipping it one up. So we're good. If it starts to rain, we're good there. Tilt steering is actually tucked underneath, so I can come here, pull down, go in and out, or up or down, and put the position I want and lock it in. So tilt steering. Wow, that's a tongue twister this Tuesday morning. Tilt steering is in place. Automatic mode. Now, Mercedes is a little bit different, so I've got to show you this. To put it in drive, I can actually take it and pull it down. Now, right off the top of the steering wheel here, you can see I'm in drive mode. Steering wheel column, or the gear shift, is on the steering wheel column. Mercedes loved the heritage of the original automobiles, so they put it on the steering wheel column and kind of reminiscent of that. I can take it and push up twice to go to reverse. If I pull down just once, that's neutral. 1, 2 is drive. To put it in park, I can just press the tip, which is here. Now I'm going to put it in drive because, of course, we're about to take off. And, of course, my foot's on the brake. I have a couple other settings to do. So as I zoom back out, of course, telephone for making my calls, voice control, plus minus on the volume, and, of course, mute. So first thing I'm going to do, because I'm talking to you, I'm going to turn it on, and it's going to show there. Notice my handy-dandy iPad. That's actually not an iPad. That's actually their navigational system, which is attached to the front dashboard. So just going to turn that on. I'm talking to you, so I'm going to go into mute and actually mute that so we can finish our conversation. So I have my seat set, windows, lights, and of course steering wheel, and of course dash to what I want to see. When I come over to the center, this one unfortunately does not have navigation, so we can't go into that. You can get it with navigation. Now, two things that this one doesn't have: one, navigation, and of course sunroof. $33,000, $34,000. Who needs navigation or a sunroof? I would prefer it, but of course it's not on this one. I can actually make sure my vents are open or closed. So that's closed, of course. That's open. All of them actually look to be open. Get those situated. It's going to be a rather hot day here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I can come down, and everything here tends to be pretty much in place, because I don't want to see that the whole time. I have one or two options. I can actually control it by voice, or I can simply come here and press radio. Now remember, I don't have navigation, so I've pretty much left to listen to radio, unless I want to look at the telephone screen as I'm making a call. Or you can actually shift and go to media. Perhaps you have your iPad linked or your cell phone linked with music. You can do that as well and just kind of watch the music play along because you don't have navigation. Okay, so moving on. I have that set. I'm listening to the radio, a little ESPN after the Monday Night Football game. Of course, you have your CD slot. You can listen to that, SD card if you would like. But I'm going to stay with ESPN, get a little bit of sporting news. Outside of that, temperature found along the bottom. Sorry. That is my handy-dandy applesauce. Breakfast of Champions. And I can come here as well. And all I'm doing here is just adjusting my temperature. Do climate control. You can control either side. From there, I can actually set the mode where I want it to, the air flow, which I want it to come out in my face area. So I'm going to set it there. I can turn that up or down. And every time I shift something, notice the top screen actually shows up top. Now, if you don't want that there the whole time, doesn't look as cool, it actually will disappear, but it eventually will come back as soon as you adjust anything down on the bottom. As you can see, it's already done. So, temperature set to 70. Going to put that on automatic so I don't have to come back to it. It's not a frost outside with the windows, so we're actually going to, we don't have to worry about the climate control. And I don't have my cell phone cord to link my phone up to charge it, even though it is completely dead. I don't need my heated seats, but something I absolutely dearly love. Now, this one has the pedals behind the steering wheel. That is how you shift if you go into manual mode. There is no gear shift because of the way that Mercedes puts the gear shift on the steering wheel column to shift manually. So everything is done by the pedals. Pretty hard to do because I am actually holding my camera. But check out a later video. I actually did do that while holding the camera with one hand. But if I come back, the most important thing, or one of the most important things to me, is actually drive select. Sorry about the movement of the camera. I'm a one-man show. So press drive select. It's going to shift on the center screen, and it's also going to shift, which is behind the steering wheel, and it's going to shift on the center screen here, which would normally be where your navigation is, but this does not have navigation at 35,000. Now, back to what I was actually mentioning. Once I press drive select, which is here, now I can actually come to the top and use my handy dandy joystick. Left, right, up, down, push, up, down, back, and favorites would be the star. I am going to go back, mute, and drive select. It puts me back, and I can actually choose with my joystick where I want to be. Sorry, I apologize. I've got to press drive select to select. So that would be individual mode, all the adjustments that I've set. That would be eco mode. Maybe you're conserving gas, you're down in Florida where it's completely flat. This would be comfort, and of course sport. I'm going to leave it in sport. As you can see, it puts my engine, sport mode, steering wheel, all in sport mode, but it keeps the climate control in comfort mode so I can stay completely comfortable. So I think everything is actually set, and I'm ready to take off. So I have my mirrors, review mirror. We'll go ahead and set that up. And this is how you do it, of course. I love doing this. I just pull into a neighborhood and just go ahead and show you all a car has to offer. So I'm going to go ahead and take off. I'm going to shift into drive. You can see the D1 showing there. And we're off. So there again, later on today, check out my other video that's actually showing you how to drive this vehicle and where it's most fun.